Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. You all have your cameras off. I really hope that you're doing well. Okay, I'll wait for a few more seconds. Look forward to seeing your tensed faces. How do you look when you're tensed, stressed? Okay. See, first and foremost, congratulations to everyone who had the courage to go to the exam hall. Congratulations to everyone who had the courage to not give up until the last question. I do not care how you performed, because I know this already that you would have performed better than your peers, much better than them. But keeping aside that fact, there is one thing that matters most to me, and that is your response to how was the journey. Because if you think about it, it's always the journey that matters. It's the journey that will test your limits. And perhaps this journey you would have been challenged in context to your resilience. And it is this journey that would have pushed you to grow. And I can see in the past few months, many of you grew a lot. Every step of this journey, you would have learned new things about the world, about the subject matter, and most importantly, about yourself. And I'm sure you would have made new friends. Because in this journey, we made new friends. We shared the laughter, and possibly today, we might share the stress or grief. Because I have not seen the paper too. But I want to say this out loud that I'm extremely proud of each one of you. So, how are you all feeling? Be honest. Anyone who would want to take a shot? Talk about it honestly, how you're feeling. Nitesh, go on.
Hello and happy day to every MisFitters from Ranchi. I'm feeling glorious that paper one was just a cakewalk. What we have covered throughout our journey or classes means every minute things, whatever we have discussed, all were from the very beginning in set D, which I just crossed all easily. The last part was bit tricky, means they were factual types, so I didn't pay heed much on those. By the way, paper was just awesome. Means I'm happy with the paper, and we all the misfit community should be happy with this, and they should be what making easy way if coming ahead. Paper
How was
two,
paper two?
I need to, or we both need to dwell in, because it's like math was easy, but in English assumptions type,
Okay.
Yes.
I'll just make sure that you qualify paper two. I'm sure paper one would have been a delight. Anyone
Done.
else? Any thoughts, anyone? Honestly, I've not gone through any of those papers. So whatever you're telling me, I'll take it at face value. Krushika?
Yes, sir. As Nitish was saying, paper one was literally like misfit classes going on. Taking bits of them and putting them into questions, especially the polity, geography, and environment parts of them. The other part was a little bit I don't know what to call them because I haven't checked the key. So it depends on how our out of the two eliminations, I was able to almost come to the two options in most of the questions. So I attempted a lot of questions. So I am like, if it depends on how many of them would worked in our favor. But yeah, paper two it was a very less competitive when compared to the previous paper. It was of the 2020-2019 levels. So I think all of the misfitters would have had an edge. And in fact, keeping all this aside, I'm just happy that I was not at all anxious, and I just gave the paper with like a flow. And I was like, as you were saying, like judging UPSC's ability to create questions. The process was so good. So at the end of the day, it's like, fine, I'm happy with whatever I did, whatever the result may be.
That's nice. And was this your first attempt?
Second one.
And how was this different from the first one?
I'm not able to judge that because the first because I don't understand whether the paper level has fallen or the kind of approach we had is different, because I felt the paper level has fallen drastically from the 2023 attempt. So and of course knowing things like the things which I know, I did not make a mistake. So that is the biggest progress, I think.
All right, that's good to know. Amshini, your thoughts?
Hi, Naman. The question paper was like everybody mentioned exactly like out of the MisFits class. It was like you said the paper, Naman, because like if a lot of things which you said would come in the exam was actually there in the question paper. So compared to last time, this time I'm actually confident that there's a higher chance that I'll clear the cutoff. Yeah, so actually I'm very satisfied with the question. I was not anxious. I was not scared. I was actually very happy after I finished the exam also. So it was overall a very good paper, so I'm actually very satisfied. I don't know what else to say.
All right, that's again. And what worked in your favor this time around?
Conjectures and the question papers really helped because I was able to get down to like 2 options out of the 4. Because if I had not solved questions, I would have got confused even for the easiest ones.
Mhm.
So that definitely helped. And then also it was like I last time I gave up. Like even if I didn't know, if I came to like 50-50, I gave up at that point. Like I didn't fight till the end. But
Mhm.
this time I really tried hard to make a conjecture of to why something is wrong, why something is correct. So that my mind was actually working. Like it was not like idle throughout the 2 hours. I don't know how the 2 hours just went off.
Okay, that's wonderful. And how many did you attempt?
I attempted 75 questions, and I am sure most of them are definitely correct.
But isn't that less number, 75?
I usually don't answer too many because
Okay.
I end up I end up screwing it up. So I've had this experience before. So I make sure that I only answer once I'm definitely sure of, and then I'll do like 5, 10, 15 extra so that in case my luck favors in my favor, like I'll get something out of it. So
All right, just give me a second. Okay, sorry. Yes, Amshini, anything to add?
nothing much, but CSAT I also was actually easy. You did mention that this time it will be easy, and it actually was easy. It was not difficult. So
See, I'm not in the game of predicting these papers. It's a nonsense exercise. But yes, as long as we are logically preparing for things, focusing on foundations, things will work out. Same thing for pre, same thing for main, same thing for interview. And I've seen good results coming out of strong foundations. So good job. Anyone else? Any thoughts? Amshini? No. Himanshi. And then Himanshu. Himanshi, go on. Himanshi is at the test center.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So can you hear me?
Yes, yes, very well.
Sir, since I completed my all the recording just a few days before, still I was confident enough, and I think I took a lot of risk today. Actually, I attempted 83 questions. I don't know how correct they are or not, but comparing to last year, it was the major change I realized in my attitude, because I was much calmer and much efficient to perform all the questions paper. And
Okay.
CSAT, I attempted 44 and I think they were accurate. Because in CSAT, I don't feel that much. So it was my
Okay.
experience.
All right. That's good to know. Tushar, your thoughts?
It was a fun day. CSAT was a cakewalk for me. I love math, so that CSAT is completely sorted. I'm a little skeptical about the paper one because I attempted relatively less questions, around 70-ish. Because what happened was I attempted the 40 questions, which I was damn sure of, and then I wrote the next 30 sets of 30 questions, which I was not sure of on a separate paper. And I thought of picking them up in during the last 10-15 minutes, and I ran out of time, so I couldn't attempt more. And turns out that the questions that I didn't end up attending were actually the ones which were wrong. So that thing worked in my favor, surprisingly. My dad told me this. So yeah, it was a fun day indeed.
Okay. And what worked in your favor?
The conjecture building definitely, plus the Dravid zone. The Dravid zone helped me keep my cool because my center was so hot. It was the sun was falling directly on me. It was damn hot. So I stayed in my Dravid zone. That really helped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tushar. And I think it's fine. I mean, so our idea is that we end up scoring way beyond the cutoffs so that we know that we are 100% clearing the examination. So with 70, 75, 78, attempts, that's also fine. Don't stress. Himanshu, after you. You're a UPSC veteran, so you will give me a good picture.
Well, one was like a festival of polity and geography. All the sections were like weird
What about
questions.
economy?
On me, it was good, but then there was there was one question of financial asset. There's a motor vehicle in the option. Like it's easy, like one is 1 + 1 = 2, or it's difficult, like 1 = 1 to the power of 1,000 million, something like that. It's kind of a weird mix. But polity and geography were like the festival main theme. Modern was practically non-existent. 2 questions that can't be done. And for that question was good. Books by Dr. Jaishankar. Somewhere I had read about them, and it was like a Slumdog Millionaire moment. This I know. India, that is Bharat Dr. Jaishankar. That is for sure. So yeah, CSAT, like starting comprehensions were my side was D, so it was maybe deliberately tough or something. Starting comprehensions took some time, and that kind of like mixed things up. But on the whole, I attempted 49. So even with 30% negativity, I can still clear. DS1 I took 88, so I should do that. Maybe.
Okay, let's hope for the best. And I'm sure I think many of you will be cracking it this time. Neha?
Hello, sir. So for me, the paper, especially the first one, it was as if like I'm having a conversation with my dad or you. Like mostly like polity questions. It was like whenever we discuss any topics or anything, be it like this Nari Shakti Vandana Vinayam or the ethics committee, all those things like we had discussed and all. So it was like a discussion paper for that. Geography was like when I saw Coriolis force and everything, it was like as if like you are telling us, okay, no, don't do this. Like that came to my mind. Okay, keep in mind this is not going there, this is not going there. So that was there. CSAT was more like I'm giving a mock. So like just before, like the day before, I gave a mock and I was able to solve 44 questions. This time also I was able to solve 44 questions. There was one question which I wanted to solve, but it was taking more time. So I decided to leave it, but it was my favorite. So that is the only bad thing that I feel bad. Yeah, I should have solved it. Oh, but yeah, the paper was comparatively easy, I would say. But and also environment questions were very interesting. Means for me at least, like there were some species and all which I genuinely like reading about them. So that was there. So that was a good thing.
And how many did you attempt? How many questions?
Sir, I was able to attempt around 75 to 78.
That's the ballpark number.
GS1.
Okay.
Yeah, and for
ancient was something that was difficult for me because there was some factual thing which generally was difficult to remember and all that. So I tried solving those questions. And one last, the Jay Shankar book that was there, I was actually reading that. Like I bought that book 2-3 months back and I was reading because I was interested in the foreign policy and all. So that actually like that gave me like, wow, this question is there. So it was a nice paper.
Were there any free marks in this time around?
Free marks in the sense?
Free marks that we usually see, simplest of questions.
Oh, sir, I would say that for environment there were. Means like
Okay.
at least like for me and for polity there were, especially for the questions which we have that like talked about and everything. And you told us to know about the different parts and all. So that was really interesting. Okay, you told us to remember it. So just before going, one day before I revised all those things. So that was really easy.
What
You
thing?
told us to remember the parts that we have different parts, right, of the constitution.
Parts. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I
So
think
that was there. You told us.
Okay. I've not seen the paper. So what question came from there?
Only like which part belongs to what, which part belongs
Okay,
to
that's
that. So that was a question.
free 2
That,
marks.
like,
Okay.
so, so this was like a free 2 marks. And the Jay Shankar book that was there. So that was like a free 2 marks.
Oh, that's good. Great. Twinkle doesn't look very happy. Twinkle, all good?
Yes, actually, I did not, I did not count how many I attempted, but I definitely felt a time crunch in both of the papers. However, I did not panic at a single question, that I can admit wholeheartedly, like without thinking. Like, I was thinking about every question, but I did feel some sort of a time crunch in both the papers. And I'm generally a person, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched. So I'm just trying to enjoy this break, which I am trying to make the most of it. And yes, some questions were easy, but I did realize that there might be some gaps in my revision, but I'm trying not to think about it. And my strategy for CSAT was to do comprehensions and like 5-6 areas of mathematics, which I practiced. So I tried to follow that as well. I tried not to make silly mistakes. I hope I did not make any. At least I know I did not circle the wrong buckets. That much I know. And
If you're circling the wrong buckets, then you don't deserve.
no,
But
I
okay.
did not circle any wrong buckets. Plus, it was very interesting. I did not know that they don't allow you to carry like a cardboard, like that hard cardboard. So my desk had holes in it. So I was trying not to tear my OMR sheet because I write quite with a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
So I saw a few people panicking. Some did not make it in time. Like my attendance center, like 265 people were absent and like 400 were supposed to show up.
Wow.
And yeah, I overheard this conversation, and I'm sort of feeling duped also. I invested so much time in all of the international regions, Maghreb, Mashriq, Sahel, the Horn of Africa. And the one thing I don't know about that pipeline, they were mentioning this pipeline with the name of some oil pipeline. I did not know about this. So there was this one question about that. So that I could not solve. And I think I made the mistake of focusing too much on current affairs. Because from the past few patterns, I saw they're asking so much about wetlands, which river is flowing through which wetland, and all of that. So I had prepared that way too much. I read Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, everything, but that did not turn up. So I'm just trying to enjoy my break, and I don't think I'll be checking any keys for a week at least.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind.
No, I will mind. I'll talk about the uselessness of breaks in some time. And many of your peers will make the same mistake. So I'll talk about the breaks in just a few seconds. Myra, your thoughts? But I'm glad at least that you did well.
Yes, sir. For GS1, I also felt that time crunch. If I would have got some more time, I would have attempted many more questions, in which I was like sure that 50% ones.
So how many did you attempt?
Around 75, 80. That was the count.
Okay.
And the last I wasn't sure how many more I did and did not mark on the paper. So I was little puzzled there. But even like in terms of polity, I was sure for the polity questions, I was sure that these are my strong ones. For economics and history, I was a little sad because I wasn't expecting such kind of questions. Because in economics, also more of the policy based, and like the core questions were very less. And as I think Himanshu also mentioned that something weird about those questions. So yes. And also in
But were you able to solve those questions
I was
in
able to
economy?
solve those questions, yeah, economy. But I was hoping some more of economies, then I would have performed better in economy also. And history also, like in modern part, there were very few questions, apart from one who presided before Rajendra Prasad as the president, which I know I got it right. But very few questions from modern India, and more of this art and culture and the initial ancient history. So yes, and geography also I was okay with that. For CSAT, I'm sure that I have done good. And for CSAT, I was having enough time.
The way you were speaking, it seemed as if you wanted to have like 500 questions from all the subjects very well. Has to be a limit. But yeah, this generally happens. UPSC may not prioritize one of the subjects. Next time, who knows? UPSC might ask 40 questions from history. So you can't leave anything. Bare minimum, you have to cover a few things. But okay,
But
go on.
For CSAT, I felt that there was a lot of time, and also CSAT was comparatively very easy. So yeah, that is what
So
I
my
felt.
sense is cutoffs may rise this time around, basis whatever you are saying.
For GS, I'm not sure. I really hope it doesn't go way too beyond. But CSAT, I know that for that I'm sure.
Okay. Ishan, your thoughts? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So sorry, I just came home, so my earphones are not fixed and everything. But my GS paper went really good. I think I was counting the number of questions that I had attempted. So I reached 75 and I knew that I had attempted more. So I don't know how many exactly, but I think I've attempted around more than 75, around 80, 85.
Okay. But attempting is one thing. How did you attempt it in terms of
So I think my
quality?
accuracy is so all of my history questions are correct as far as I know. And I think history optional helped me a lot because even the mapping questions that we used to do in optional, those kind of questions were asked. And even so, I love reading about like post-independence history. That's one of my favorite subjects, even when I used to study in college. So seeing that those questions also come in the paper, it really helped me a lot. And apart from that, I think polity and environment were really good. Economics, there were one or two doubtful questions because, like, as I think someone said that either economics was too easy or it was too difficult. But apart from that, I'm pretty confident. And CSAT also, I managed around 45 to 50 questions, and most of them were correct.
Okay. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Great. And Sunindra, your thoughts? You look happy.
So sorry for the disturbance right now in the metro. Both of the papers have gone very well, especially polity and economy. This conjecture driven approach, all these things had helped very lot. CSAT also gone very well, sir. I think this time I can write names.
Okay, that's good. What worked? And you all know who is writing mails, who is not writing mails. We all know. Okay, so what worked well, Sunindra?
So polity and economy, these two subjects have gone very well. And history, I had reversed it multiple times. So these three things had properly helped me very much. But environment a little bit tougher. I felt a little bit because most of them are somewhat we need to take more risk. So that's where I have gone a little bit doubt about them. Remaining subjects I have handled very well, like science and tech and remaining subjects.
Okay, all right, good. Pawan, tell me some good news.
Hi, sir. Hi, everyone. I think, the paper, CSAT paper is too easy. Because of that, obviously, cutoffs would be roughly some 90 to 95, I believe.
I don't know, but yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so GS1 is moderate to difficult level, I would say. CSAT, I was surprised after I checked, I think it's almost 73 questions I attempted. So it's, I mean, that much easy. I think everybody would qualify this CSAT exam. I mean, like whoever prepares sincerely. So obviously this, I mean, the only concern is right now I am like a little bit worried if the cutoff goes beyond. So like my average score would be somewhere around 90, 95 only. I mean, it's hardly 1 or 2 questions that matters. So
So you're in the borderline, right?
maybe I'm thinking, I mean, I just have to check. I'm thinking, so
Okay.
I'll at that border only. So like, yeah.
Okay. Kalpana, after you.
Good afternoon, sir. First of all, I did not make the mistakes which were told. And second thing is that regarding my paper, there was time crunch for both of the papers for me. But GS1 was like polity part and environment part and geography. They were easy for me. Means I attempted almost all of the questions. I didn't count how many I attempted, but I think it is, as an estimation, it is below 70. Sir, I think so. I didn't go beyond 70. And for CSET, I think maths part didn't work well for me. I didn't do well. I think I didn't do well in CSET. So, but I enjoyed the GS paper and I was able to do fairly well. So
With
thank you so
CSAT, are
much,
you
sir.
qualifying it?
Sir, I attempted I think 30 something questions, so I don't think so because I didn't get time to look after maths questions. In between also when I was doing the maths question, I was not able to solve it. Means the areas which I focused in for mathematics and CSET, like work and time and speed distance, those areas I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So I don't think so. Sir. Sorry for
Because
that.
if you can't
I
qualify
tried.
CSAT, then everything is a waste of time then.
Yeah, sir. I tried my best, means, but I don't know. It didn't work out.
It's okay. No worries. Jeremy?
Good afternoon, sir. So I thought that I had a very conservative number of attempts. Question attempts. I attempted around 56 to 60 in GF1, but they were of high accuracy that I know. And I did because I didn't want to take too much risk attempting those other questions. So I felt that because I didn't know, I couldn't confirm whether my current affairs were that strong or not. So I didn't attempt those. And with regards to CSAT, there were 27 RCs, and I'm sure there's at least 95% accuracy with that. And with regards to LR and thing, I had around 10. I attempted around 10, and I know one is wrong. And yeah, and that also I think that around I have 90% accuracy with the LR part that I attempted. So
Okay.
The basics were easy with GS1, but I didn't take too much risk. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Shell, you look depressed. Is that the case?
Is it like visible on my face because my mind is twisted right now? Okay, so sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Sir, okay, so I think I have similar views only about GS1. The economics part, I ended up wasting too much time because my target was to do like IG plus, but economics part did take a lot of time. The questions were strange, as Ira also said. So yeah, and yeah, polity thing, it just felt like your voice is in my head about the panchayat part, about the panchayat that we read. There was a question regarding the part, and yeah, so the polity thing was good. Economics thing wasted my time, but yeah, I did attempt. I attempted 75 question almost. And I think that's the average everyone did, but I wanted to attempt 80 plus questions. About the GS thing, about the CSAT thing, sir. Sir, the RC this one, reading comprehension was like pretty much easy. I attempted that. I did LR also, but again, the question count was I wanted to attempt at least 44 questions, 40 questions, but then the target was, but I didn't go beyond 35.
Okay. You still have a shot, right? Right, the means. Akanksha? After you.
Good evening, sir. So I feel happy because I could attempt paper with like relaxed mind because I used to get really nervous. So for paper one, I spent more time on environment questions. So I could not look at some 8 questions. The last 4 questions regarding the schemes one, but the rest questions which I attempted, it was nearly about 68. I'm very happy that I attempted polity questions really well. And eco, I'll say I'm not too confident, but yeah, I did attempt questions. And for environment also, I'm good. I think I have done good. And because my accuracy in the test was not that good, so I didn't take risk to attempt many questions, but still I attempted 68 questions in paper 1. And paper 2, I attempted 39 questions, and I think I'm good in CSET. So,
Okay. All
but
right.
it was good. I'm relaxed and happy.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. Soumya?
Yeah, first I wanted to say what a malign paper because it was really easy. Like I wasn't saying if I would qualify it, still I said it was easy. But when I saw the paper, I was extremely happy. And a lot of things. Simple thing as you saying that there are enough people who do not have enough sleep. So you're not the only one. So I also couldn't sleep till 3. Not because I was reading or revising, but just couldn't sleep. And just when I woke up in the morning, I was like, no problem. Everybody, they haven't had the sleep. So we all are equal. I mean, I saw the paper. I was so happy. I think I have a little. I wanted a little more time, not because the 2 hour time was less. It was more than enough. But initially, looking at the paper, I was so happy that I was doing it like so slowly. Later, after 50 questions, when the 1 hour, the invigilator told us only 1 hour is left, then I started doing it. I was so happy that when you say that the syllabus is never complete, so I was little afraid that I didn't revise history. I was really afraid because the portion, if you see polity and history, they have like a good number of amount of questions coming from these 2 subjects. But when I saw the paper, I was so happy. Even the guy sitting next to me, he was like, I write so much of history. And the question are like 3. I was like, yeah, but I did polity. I think after the result will come out, I will start a podcast. If I couldn't do anything, I will start a podcast, and the thumbnail will say, "Look at what Naman sir did. ऐसा क्या खिलाया MisFits को कि इतने बच्चों ने qualify कर लिया." And the timing of you choosing to teach us quality was like really great, sir. Really great. Like even if I didn't revise, I could have recalled because the classes just happened. So I was very happy. In paper 2, I was a little overconfident that I'm gonna do like I was good at both, but the maths question, it was taking too much time during the paper. I don't know why. Like I was to arrive the question, I am still like at like stages like the like solving it, and I haven't arrived. So I have to leave a lot of maths questions, but I did all the LR because I know when I was doing the past year and the mock papers, a few papers that I did, the ratio that like if there was 40 questions, I was doing only 2 wrong. So I make sure that I do all the comprehensive questions. And the maths question, I'm like very sure about like whatever the number I did, I'm very sure that they all are good. So I did 39, and still I told my dad that let's think that if my luck is that bad, I do 9 questions wrong. Still, I'm gonna make it. So I'm just happy.
Okay.
And also that if I couldn't make this time, it's my first attempt in my life. If I couldn't make this time, I just told my mom that it's okay. I'm gonna top UPPCS because I'm so like happy giving this paper that UPPCS ko hoga hi hoga. So all thanks to you and also this community. Like I remember I wanted to like call Nishita, like call her name because she's so amazing that she helped me. I asked a question. I was not confident enough to ask question because nobody answered my question. I was so scared to even ask the question. I just got a message on LinkedIn and she actually helped me. She was like, let me know, and she gave me questions. She explained the questions So it's really nice of the community because people are really helpful. So thank you.
All right, that's good to hear, and we hope that you crack this first stage. Also, my personal best, I tend to think, was economics. The way I covered economics, I'm a little devastated that I'm not hearing good, at least, outcomes. It was either easy or difficult. So I would be curious to hear what happened in economics. Avinash, your thoughts?
Hello, sir. Bhaiya, it's a Gana Banti, na? Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So I would like to review economics. My set was paper B. I was a little bit confident on economics, so economics took a lot of time. So when one hour was passed, I was only at 35 or 36 questions. There was like random mixture like physical assets with the financial instruments. But I was confident. I read that currency swap and all that. Obviously, I knew the answer. So I would say, I mean, the concept, economics concept was good. So I think accuracy in economics was good. Also in geography, I would really like to thank you so much because uh, in one of those geography episodes, you told us that the salt content in Red Sea is more, and Euphrates and Tigris merge into Persian Gulf, and so that was actually hitting my brain that yeah, this is the right answer. Also about Coriolis Force, you repeated so many times. I was not able to go through those episodes. I only had 3 months. So I those episodes actually were ringing whatever you were saying. So I was able to recall all those things in geography as well. In polity, I would say politics. Most of the questions were in the end. Uh, I did not attend much of the politics questions because I did not revise it well because of lack of time. But I did not count how many questions I did. But I think accuracy was good. It was more than 65, 70, I think. So I think economics, I was confident in economics and in geography as well. And seaside was like a cakewalk. I was confident in English, but there were few passages where I was not able to comprehend it at all. So I thought that took a lot of time. So, but I had this slab of 1 hour that I'm not gonna spend after 1 hour in English at all. So I stopped at 1 hour. Then I started attempting at maths and lab, and those were pretty easy questions. I practiced those questions, so I am pretty confident in CSAT. I am not sure about GS1, but really, really thank you so much. Those episodes were, whatever you were saying, your voice actually was hitting in my head that, okay, this was there, so told us that. So, really, thank you so much for economics and geography, especially.
Well, thank you. And also, I think I am fully confident if you've gone through the foundational episodes at least once, that's good. But you've done that multiple times, and you will start seeing the results also. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what are the exact questions coming in. My goal is to ensure that you're able to get to the right answer. And with logics and rationales, it is possible for majority of your basic questions. Janani, after you.
Good evening, sir. I mean, I got set B of question paper, and the very first question, Rishu's face just hit. Like, we were discussing that question, like, what is the fertility rate? And that very question, I just had a very big smile in my face. And the entire geography was very useful, sir. I mean, had I not been in MisFits, I don't know if geography would have been this easy for me. It was one of the very intimidating subjects, and I solved every geography question with a smile in my face. And there were a few questions that was very general. I mean, extremely general. We just had to use some common sense in it. But only thing that worries me right now is that I feel that cutoff will shoot up like so much, because even I was looking forward for a very tough CSAT paper, but even CSAT was a bit easy. So I think that the cutoff will really shoot off, but I have given my best for sure. There was really
There's a bad connection, so we'll come back to Janani in some time. But please, don't stress too much about the cutoffs. Whatever you are hearing from other misfitters, they are the best performing folks. Okay. So they would have they will score a lot. And so don't stress too much about the cutoffs. I'm sure many will clear it. Ronika, your thoughts?
So, thank you so much. And please tell us, what do we need to do for mains now? I'm sure both the papers were very easy. Yeah, I think the Janani was right that the cutoff will shoot off as compared to last year. But I found it to be easy. I was wondering, I am finding it to be easy because I've attended all the classes, or is it for everybody? Paper two was really easy. I thought I'll just make it at the margin, but I attempted around 45-ish questions. So, and that too, I knew them very clearly. So that's not the problem. Paper one, I'm yet to check the paper, but still, I knew the questions I did correctly. And yeah, please tell us, what do we need to do for mains now?
Okay. And in paper one, how many did you attempt?
The paper was lengthy for me. I don't know if it was for everybody else. I attempted around. I'm guessing I haven't calculated yet, but I guess I attempted around 80-ish questions, 75, 80-ish.
Okay. 5 questions, that's a huge marker, especially in such a competitive examination, but okay. All right. And where did you perform well this time around?
Polity was the best. It was like straight questions.
Is it because we did polity in the end? Because, if you go in the series, history first and then economy, then geography, then polity.
The arguments of polity is what I remembered the most.
Okay.
That the discussions in the class that made me remember things, because even I didn't have time to revise polity like thoroughly. I went through it like not in detail, the
Okay.
revision, but I remembered things.
But I'm seeing a few questions around, let's say, Red Sea, Venezuela, Argentina. So all of that, Sahel region, all of that was discussed in economics or history. Ananya, after you.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I agree with Ronika and Janani. Even I found the paper to be easy. I mean, it didn't shock me as much. And I think geography, economics, they were my strength. Geography, economics, and even politics and polity. And I feel optimistic. I think I'm writing mains this year.
Okay. And
And
others, please do not stress. These folks have performed really well in MisFits, so they will be writing mains. So if for some reason you're on the margins, don't stress. Go on, Ananya.
And I think the thing that worked most for me was simulating that routine every day. You are in the habit of writing an exam from 9:30 to 11, and even for CSAT, that helped me greatly deal with the time also. And like as Janani mentioned, I saw there was a question around cocoa and total fertility rate, and I was just thinking we were discussing this just a few days ago in class. So even that conjecture-driven logic, it really helped me.
What was the question around that?
So one was the definition of total fertility rate, and the other was the countries that
Yeah, on
are
cocoa.
maximum producers of cocoa. Yeah. So both are easy questions.
Yeah. It was a news all around, the prices have skyrocketed for cocoa.
I think it was an easy paper overall for me.
All right, that's good to know. Komal, go on. Please have your video on so that I can also see you.
Sorry for the disturbance, but they have a lot of work.
So I'll come back to you in some time.
Can you also
Things are clear. Avdut, what about you?
Hello?
Yeah, cannot see you.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's power outage. Okay, let me turn it on. Can't help it. Am I? Yeah. Hang on. So, sir, it was. First of all, I like to say thank you. I really enjoyed the paper, GS1 especially. Like throughout the paper, I was happy. I'm not. I think I was not giving examination. I was enjoying that thing. So yes, preparation, it was good, and I don't have words. Like I loved the process completely. Uh, I attempted conservatively write around 60-ish questions, but the accuracy is like good, I'll say. For me, environment was the downside because I guess the revision part was not that good. Yes, I fall on that side. As far as CSAT is concerned, I attempted 39 to 40 questions. Most of these based on English. So I guess I can crack it, but let's see how it goes because paper is easy for, I guess it was easy. So the cutoff might shoot off. But yeah, at the end of the day, what matters to me is like I enjoyed the paper. Like it has never happened to me before in any competitive examinations, but yeah, I enjoyed. So thank you, sir. It was
Okay.
good.
All right. And everyone, I have to say a few very important things about the next steps. I'll come to it in some time. So please remain. Because we all know it's a qualifying paper. I'm sure you all will qualify. The main battle starts now. Okay. Snesh?
So yeah, so my CSAT has gone well. So I think I'll be clearing that off. I have attempted around 46 questions, and I think all of them would be right because I attempted all the logical reasoning and mathematics questions only, and just one RC question, and that too I think will be right. So CSAT is off, and for GS, I think I have attempted less number of questions compared to other fellows, but with a bit of accuracy, I guess. So I have a chance, but I think I would be on the margin side. So I have a shot.
Okay. Okay. Sai?
First of all, I'm very happy after seeing the paper. I felt it was a little bit easy after going through the question, and which worked for me was daily routine, sir, which we are following from last 1 month. It worked very well for me. And as Ronika and Janani mentioned, I think it was easy for me initially. Okay, maybe it was because of the classes. We learned geography, polity. Most of the questions were very good. And because of this analytical discussions only, we came out very quickly, I think so. And CSAT also, it is very easy for me. I think I am expecting, I don't know what will be the result, but I am happy with my attempt.
Okay, that's good to know. But we also care about the results now. Okay. I agree you enjoyed the process. And I'm sure things will turn out really well. Sahil, after you.
Hello, sir.
And can you switch on the camera? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Sir, I'm coming from mobile. I really don't have any knowledge like how to enable it. Just wait a minute. How to do that?
Okay, I'll come back to you in some time. Anyone else with the camera on who would want to speak? Sanchana?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So my also paper one went okay. I solved 70 questions only, but whichever I solved, I'm confident in that. But I think that I did not complete it in time, and paper two went very well. So yes, I think I can clear it, but I am not sure of paper one.
Okay. It depends upon the accuracy. 70 questions, that's a good number. So now it depends upon how accurate is the attempt. But okay, good job. Jai Surya?
Naman, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm satisfied with the attempt. I attempted around.
It's not very clear for
Hello?
me, the audio.
I'm traveling. Is it better now?
There's a lot of echo.
Okay. Now. It was good for me, and I was able to attempt around 70 questions in paper one with around 80% accuracy. And CSAT, I was able to solve more than 50. CSAT, I'm good. Paper 1, I'm hopeful.
Okay. I could not make much out of it, but I think the bottom line is that you performed well. So good job on that. Now, and of course, I'll come to Sahil, Sanchana, Komal as well as and when they switch on their videos. Now, many will say that you all have worked very hard. Now is the time to take a break, go for a vacation, get re-energized, and then you can begin the preparation for mains. You will hear this. If I were you, I will not make that mistake. Why? First and foremost, you all should understand the importance of mains. Can you all hear me? Your prelims is just a qualifying paper. If all of you need to achieve a rank under 100 in 2024, we have to make sure that now begins the most important phase of your preparation. We have to ensure that you are performing to the best of your abilities in mains. Your marks in mains and interviews, those marks will dictate the ranks, the cadre and whatnot for this examination. Prelims, it's a qualifying paper. And I'm sure many of you will qualify. But you will not get medals for clearing prelims. We have to now ensure that we perform to the best of our abilities in mains. So please do not make the mistake of wasting half a month. 14 days is a good amount of time. You cannot waste it. We have a limited time period between our prelims and mains. Today, you all have already built up a significant momentum in your preparation. You're already in the habit of working hard. Taking a long break will disrupt this flow. I'm saying will, not may. It will disrupt this flow. Learn something from professional athletes. They take breaks during the off seasons, and when they return, they are challenged. To work on the physical conditions, coordination, mental sharpness. Look at baseball players. Look at basketball players returning to play after the NBA off season. They have to undergo special training to rebuild up on the stamina, skills, game strategy. So please do not give away the momentum that we have built in the past few months. I know for sure almost 100% of your competitors will give up right now on the momentum. They will relax. Of course, they'll come back and they'll fight the battle. But here we have to be ahead of others. It's a competitive examination. You have merely cleared the stage 1, but now you have to snatch a rank. And this has to be our only attempt. If you're clearing prelims and for some reason you're not able to crack mains, you should be ashamed. As misfit as you should be, because you are provided the kind of guidance that no one will get. The time between prelims and mains is limited. Every day counts. And it is very, very, very important that you now utilize this time very well, effectively. When your peers are debating on cutoff scores, ignore them. I will design a strategy that you have to follow through for the next few days until your results for prelims. That's phase 1. And then after the results, till the day we write the mains examination. If we can follow through on the methods, I'm fairly certain that you all will get the highest ever score in the history of UPSC. And that is what we're aiming for. And please do not worry about the competition in MisFits community. You may see many of your peers in the Labasana. So here you have to collaborate. Don't compete. Whatever results we may see here, get here, will be much better than out there, floating on the outside. So I do not want you to waste your time listening to multiple YouTube videos. And many videos will be out now, discussing cutoff. People may give verdicts about which questions came from their study material and whatnot. Our goal has always been to focus on foundations. You should not look to gamify UPSC. The entire preparation is easy as long as you're not getting distracted by the nonsense. It is always the strong foundations that will provide a deep and comprehensive understanding of basic concepts. And most of you already saw that in the exam today. Exam is known for its unpredictable nature, and that will be there for everyone. Of course, I will not say paper was easy or was difficult, because it absolutely does not matter. It is a competitive examination. Eventually, you have to ensure that you're not making careless mistakes. Others may make many mistakes. Minimize on mistakes. So enjoy today. But the moment I will share the strategy, the game plan for next few days, you have to follow through on it. Because it's just one battle that we may have won. It's a long-ended war. Sahil, your turn.
So both of my paper went well. CSAT was easy, and paper one was good because many of the conjectures which we made in the class, they helped they helped me in the prelims, and some of them were directly they were in the question papers. Like I was literally laughing at some of the questions because we have discussed so many times the same concepts, the same questions, be it emergency provisions, be it some concepts of geography. So like the easy part I did well, and in the like around 85 plus questions I have attempted, because I was able to eliminate one or two statements. So I did that. I took risk, and let's see how things are going to go, because I'm not going to check. I'm going to check directly the PDF, because it is going to give me anxiety only. So there is no point of checking. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you can check your answer keys. I mean, that's fine. You get the basic idea of how much you're scoring.
So actually, I've checked 4-5 questions at the last moment, which I have attempted. And out of 5, I guess 2 or 3 are correct. So, like 50-50 things are coming like this. So I really do not want to take pressure. So let's see like how things are going to turn up. Yeah.
Okay. Komal?
My thesis papers was very well. I'm sorry, certain I tell you this. And the last question that I'm doing, I'm doing on the last minute, but it's correct. So I did that. So I'm sure in CSAT. But GS paper 1, it was well. It's a simple question. I did it all, polity, geography. But the time crunch, I'm not able to manage the time. The first hour, I did 33 questions. But in the second part, I'm not able to done so many questions. I attempt 70 questions.
Okay. 70, 80 is the ballpark number that I'm getting. Ideally, I wanted you to attempt as many as possible because you are rewarded for taking risks in this examination, as we have discussed in the past. But that's okay. Charul?
Good evening, sir. Sir, thank you. I'll say thank you. I was not in a condition also to give paper this year, but eventually I went on with this idea that no matter what happens, my foundations are getting built up with MisFits, so I will give. GS1, I was literally, like Sahil said, I was laughing. On questions where you mentioned that, mark my words, this will come, 2 marks free. There were questions directly from there. Yes, there were. Secondly, I want to say CSAT. For me, CSAT was like not a cakewalk, but I went with it like pretty clearly that okay, I have to do these many questions strategically. So I did roughly 35 to 40 questions. I've not calculated yet, but I am now waiting for the answer keys. I am pretty much unsure about the RCs because I thought that maybe somewhere I dwindle upon, but I am confident with my GS paper and I'm happy. I'm very happy that my foundations are clear.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now these foundations will definitely help you in mains, and I'll tell you how and why. So I'm launching a couple of initiatives for you, and I'll tell you more about it in just a few days as we build onto the strategy and the curriculum for it. Okay, but make sure that you follow through on it diligently. Anyone else before we wrap it up? Any thoughts of any kind? Even if it went bad, it's fine. Talk about it. We'll work around things. Kirtana?
Good evening, sir. I'm sure I did well in GS paper, and in my paper, geography questions. It started with geography questions. I did very well in that geography questions. I'm very happy about that. And regarding CSAT, I'm somewhat doubtful because I have attempted around 40 questions, but I'm not sure. Maybe I hope I will clear that. And I'm very happy about GS paper, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, good to know. Avdut?
No, sir, it's just a glitch. I'm sorry.
Okay. So anyone who is going to clear prelims, you have to ensure that you see the name in the list, non-negotiable. Okay, and we'll work very hard for it. It's just a few more days of effort, and we'll have a lot of fun in the journey. Okay, my request has been that you clear prelims, and I'm sure many of you are doing it. You've received so many emails already, and some have already vetted their answer key, so they are confident of clearing it this time around. And if that is the case, we have to now make sure that we snatch every goddamn mark in every goddamn question in mains and thereafter in the interviews. Because we will not be getting any medals or anything for clearing prelims. It was a qualifying paper. I'm sure you did well. Now, forget about it. Now is the time to now work very hard on mains. Okay, so we'll have one first phase before your results are out. And thereafter, we'll have a second phase for mains preparation. Okay. But whatever, pat yourself on the back. And I'm very proud of you. Congratulations to for all those who did well. And even if you did not do well, that's fine. It's a battle. We'll figure out a way to win it some other time with a different strategy. Okay, so all the best, and updates will be shared in the alumni group. When is the next meeting? And good luck. Take care. Anyone has any question? I'm here for another 2-3 minutes. Okay, enjoy the day. Good luck.